The Oversoul Dialogues had been unfolding for many, many months in my heart and soul. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of why I decided to bring them through now. On 11/11 was a day in which I brought forth all the grieving, all of the tears, all of the inner realms of the earth, the universe, my being. And I was in the depths of this intensity that needed to be birthed and burst through. So I just let it flow. My beloved was holding me and allowing me to convulse and move through so much. Then on the 12th, I was working with a client, and the Christos, Sananda, Gaia, Sophia, all of the energies of masculine and feminine started to rise up in this session. And the I Am presence, the vibratory field of a power of the ascended masters was flowing through me, the threefold flame, the three gifts of source, and I knew something was shifting deep in my soul. That night, as I was preparing for sleep, I felt a dream time frequency move through my heart, and I knew something was going to happen in my dream time. That whole night was like a lucid, living, breathing initiation in which I was surrounded by guides, guardians, powerful beings who were bringing in incredible vibratory gifts to me. One by one, I was opening and looking inside, and I knew in my heart and my being it was time. It was time to bring out all of this that was flowing to me and to offer it to you. There I was, resting, and I felt this figure hover over my head. I looked up and I saw this silver, golden-haired man dressed in robes. And he noticed that I noticed him, and there was this moment of, aha! He passed on to me a message of which is still resonating in my heart now. And then the rest of the evening and dream time unfolded until I woke up in the morning and I was told, have some water and go back and lie down. And so I did. And what unfolded was the messaging of that nighttime, dreamtime experience. I was immediately knowing that I was dreaming in this lucid state. And I came into this vast space where there were people milling about. And beside me was a gentleman who was sitting at a table filled with crystals. And he was pointing all of these out to me, asking me to hold them in my hands and bring them to my heart. And he said to me, there was a powerful elder who was coming by the name of White Feather, Chief White Feather. And I was wondering, why am I here? Why am I in this space? Knowing that I was dreaming and seeing this at the same time. And then I felt a procession coming up a hallway, a long corridor. I looked off in the distance, and the man said to me, he's going to be presenting this to the world leaders in that room there, that big cathedral-like room. This is something that's been awaited for a long, long time. It's amazing that you're here right now. And then I saw off in the distance this procession of elders and beings surrounding this, I don't know how else to describe it, but this profound and powerful Aboriginal First Nations elder, all dressed in a full bonnet of white feathers, walking slowly. And I could feel in the air this glistening, vibratory power. It was like it was zinging and singing through my body. The other man who was beside me, he kept on saying, see, do you see? They're coming closer and closer. And as the procession got to a point, I noticed that White Feather turned and looked at me. And then something out of the most incredible experience of my life happened. And he turned his whole body. The procession gasped. The man beside me, it was like his jaw was dropping to the ground. And I was there going, oh my goddess, what is happening? He started to walk towards me in his full regalia. I felt him, his eyes gazing into me. I was witnessing something I had not seen in my dream time in a very long time. Not since 2004, when I had an encounter with one of the 9 Time Lords. This powerful presence kept walking towards me, and all of the procession around him were trying to figure out what to do. They couldn't understand it, and they were all aghast and wondering, what is going on? And he kept on walking towards me, and I just sat there going, okay, he obviously needs to get closer to me for a reason. And then he walked again and again, and every step felt like a thunderous, booming energy in my heart. And as he got closer and closer, I felt my breath expanding. I felt my heart opening wide. And I felt everyone in that procession was so in shock and awe. And as he stood before me, he motioned for me to stand up. Then out of the sacred pouch he was carrying, he brought a very large white glowing feather, white and glowing. And then he proceeded to take that white feather, whoosh, 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 through my whole body. And then he asked me to turn around, and he did the same thing, back and forth, taking this large, white, glowing feather and completely just washing and sweeping my entire aura clean. And then I turned around, and I was gazing into his eyes. It seemed like eons upon eons of time, these golden green eyes with sparkles of light in them. There was a gentleness and a power to him. And then he went into his pouch and pulled out a scroll, a very large scroll made of some material I can't even describe. And then he slowly opened up the scroll. This was the scroll, this was the teachings that was supposed to be delivered in this large room to these world leaders and world religious figures. And he was opening the scroll up to me. Written on top in some kind of letter formation that was glowing, like glowing diamonds, was the word, the diamond lily. And then he said, this is your name. This is your vibrational blueprint name. The diamonds glistened as he said that. And I felt it like a beating in my heart, like a name I had known my entire existence. The diamond lily, he says, is the diamond lily teachings. This is the teachings that bridge all the religious cultures, all the star beings, all the times at the beginning and all the times at the end. And this flower, this lily, this lotus, this white presence will open. And then he opened the scroll fuller, and on it were these fire letters, written in some ancient script. They danced on the page, and as he opened the scroll further, all of the fire letters lifted off the page, became like glowing sparks of glistening golden light, swirling around like patterns you see in snow when it's thrown up in the air in a freezing cold day. These glistening golden flakes of energy spun around my body, spun around the whole group. Everyone was in awe, and I felt like something had shifted. I heard in my heart, Grandmother said, now is the time to bring forth the Oversoul Dialogues. Now is the time to share this. This, you are the messenger, and many other beings will feel this vibratory field. Bring this to the world. Bring the diamond lily teachings. It all made sense to me when I realized the drawing I had been working on for months and months and months was only completed the night before. I had changed everything around. I had put this beautiful white rose in the center, and then hovering below it was a white lotus, like a white lily. I knew then and now, that the Oversoul Dialogues were ready to be shared. I share this message with you because I so want you and anyone else who feels so inclined to come and experience this. I have no idea what will be presented. I only know in my heart that I am ready to share this with the world. I love you. I thank you. I am Karina Shahar, known as Grandmother Alishama, and I so look forward to being with you on November 29th from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please come and please experience whatever flows through this moment of creation. Thank you. I bless you.